"24 hours ago, we'd never set foot in a canoe before. Now, we're pinned on a beach deep in the Canadian backcountry, with all of our hopes of getting through the next 4 days relying squarely on our rented 18-foot Hellman Prospector. This is the story of how 4 friends set out on a mission to conquer the largest paddle-only lake in North America. Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this series we'll be driving 600 kilometers across British Columbia to embark on one of our coolest adventures to date. We'll be canoe touring through a remote section of wilderness in the incredible Wells Gray Provincial Park. Situated in the western shadow of the Rocky Mountains, Wells Gray is a 2,000 kilometer wilderness park famous among paddlers from across the world. While the park boasts a myriad of paddling routes, our target for this trip is the mighty Murtle Lake. Like many of these places, just getting to our launching point can be the biggest challenge of all. With this in mind, we'll be camping in a secluded wreck site nearby tonight and completing the final 30 clicks of logging road in the morning. As we made the final few turns into camp, we'd be in for quite the welcome from a seasoned local. We'd prefer to see bears a little further away from where we'll be sleeping, but thankfully this adult black bear seemed more interested in collecting berries than chewing on humans.
Back out where you back in, folks.
With the lion's share of the driving now complete, and no further signs of an inquisitive bear, it was time to appreciate what a truly amazing area this is. Much to my surprise, the sun had risen and the day of our trip was finally here.
What's going on, mate?
Alright.
How you doing?
After meeting the rest of the crew in the trailhead parking lot, we loaded all of our gear into the wheelbarrows and hauled it the 2.5 clicks down the portage to the outfitter. Not the funnest job in the world, but it sure beats carrying it all by hand. We had a quick chat with the rangers while loading up the canoes, and the conditions on the inner lagoon heading out to the lake were looking calm. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the main lake, and the swell was a lot more than we were expecting right out the gate. The winds continued to get worse as a new system pushed in, so we turned off the cameras and decided as a team it was time to abandon our plan of crossing the lake today and make for another campsite closest to our current position. Shortly after pulling up on the beach, the wind died down just enough to give us an opportunity to throw out the tent and sleep systems. In typical fashion, the calm was short-lived, and we raced to get firewood processed and covered before the next band of weather came roaring through. The odds of getting back on the lake today were quickly fading, and we hadn't covered the distance we'd hoped to. By making the call to camp on this side of the lake, it means that we'll be significantly more exposed to the wind and have little in the line of protection from an anemic locking tree line.
We're hiding out in the tent at the moment, waiting for a thunderstorm to pass. Hopefully it won't take more than sort of 15-20 minutes, and then we'll be back out again and get the fire going.
The next few hours brought one storm after another. We kept the fire going long enough to keep us warm and then retreated to the tents for the night. It's safe to say that the mood in the group was low, and all of our hopes for tomorrow are pinned on getting some better weather. After a long, noisy night in the tent, we unzipped the door to an almost unrecognisable lake. The wind and waves mellowed out in the early hours, so we managed to get a little bit of sleep before making breakfast and tearing down camp.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright guys, welcome to the morning of day 3. So we're just on the lake now, making the open water crossing from our first campsite to our second one. The second one is Wavy Point, which is on the north arm of Murtle Lake. So we'll check in a little later on.
Quite nice water.
So much different. Man, what a difference a day makes for wind. 30 knot winds down to like 5. Thought it was looking so good half an hour ago. What's happened? This cloud cover's come in. It's not playing ball for us this trip. So Murtle Lake consists of 2 main arms. You've got the west arm and the north arm. From what we've read and when we spoke to the park rangers, the north arm is definitely the more backcountry, if you will. A little bit more scenic. So we're going to do the north arm this time and then come back in the future and hit up the west arm. Pretty sure the fish respond best to 90s headball.
I hope so. I'll take you any day of the week.
I don't doubt it in a second.
Yeah.
So much old man's beard.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Ooh, nice paddle. That was quick too. Quick crossing.
That was great. That was only like 45 minutes.
That's what we were just saying. That was rapid.
Yeah.
We arrived at our second camp earlier than expected, so we'll be kicking back this afternoon while we wait for the evening bite.
Levels.
Yeah, skip this. This is too big for right now.
I don't know.
What do we reckon? Is this hummus going to survive to tomorrow?
No, we're finishing it. Found a little toad in the boat.
Just let him go.
Things started out slow on the fishing front, but then, as if by the turn of a switch, everything changed.
Oh, that's a little rainbow. Little rainbow trout. Just gonna let this guy go. Off he goes. Awesome. Slippery little bugger.
While we don't like to leave fish to find fish, we could see some really promising signs of bigger fish surfacing out on the lake. So, we did the only thing we could, grabbed our gear, jumped in the canoes and gave chase. And just as things looked to be cooling off, I hooked into the biggest fish of the trip so far.
Yeah, fish on.
Fish on!
Big one. Oh. He's running for the boat. Oh, he feels a decent size. Let's get the heck out of him. Little rainbow trout. Let's get this guy back in the water. And he's away.
That's
Get him.
exciting. Man, you're cleaning up with the fishing today.
Man, definitely got to get a net next time. Canoe.
Yeah, I completely forgot my.
More than satisfied with the evening's fishing, we turned the boats around and headed back to camp. What a turnaround it's been from yesterday, and I for one cannot wait for another day in the epic Wells Gray Provincial Park. If you like this video, don't forget to go check out our channel where we've got tons of videos just like this. We release new episodes every other Sunday, so hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified as soon as they release. Thanks for watching.